Welcome back, guys. So we have got our hands on Dragon Ball Super Manga chapter 33, and I've read it and it seems amazing. So we, as I did in my last manga review video, I'm just gonna go through the manga so that it is easier for you all to read at the same time as well as understand what's actually going on. So, in the last manga chapter, we had seen that Balma was bidding a farewell to the Universe 7 members, and the Universe 7 members disappeared. Now, this is where the manga chapter 33 begins. This is the world of void, the site of the tournament of power. So, as you all can see, they have appeared right here, and so Universe 7 appeared, and Goku's like, oh, this must be the tournament arena. And um, Krillin is like, yikes, so we lose if we fall off free off here. So then Vegeta says, it will only be a problem if you're unconscious since we can just fly. That gives us just an advantage. So these didn't tell us that I cannot fly. Goku tries to fly quite a few times, but he cannot. And this explains that the space has been modified so that uh, you cannot resist its gravity. It's only natural since your goal is to knock your opponents off the stage. So then we have got this next scene where Krillin is looking at GM and he's asking why can he fly? Then yeah, like GM, we responds that he can fly because he has wings, and then we is like, hey, we can fly. The same thing he did in the manga. No, pretty much that happened till now is the same same thing that happened in the manga, like in the anime. So so now the Universe 7 have members have discussions and problems on not flying and all. Um, uh, so then there's a fun discussion right here where Mutan Roshi says, "Damn right, him can't call yourself a real fighter if you cannot approach any situation with a cool head." That's Mutan Roshi. I underestimated him. Psst. Tien Shinhan, Mutan Roshi could never fly in the first place, which was a very funny dialogue. Goku says that it's gonna be like our good old days, and people say it's gonna be pretty optimistic. So let's see in the next scene. The next scene, Universe 6 arrives where they can see that there's a discussion going among the members. Um, Goku actually gives a hi to Hit, and Hit actually has a conversation in the manga, whereas he did not have any conversation in the actual anime. They both are talking very happily, and it seems that they may actually have a rematch in the manga. So the next thing is that Caulifla and all are talking about the universe 7 Saiyans. Then Frieza and Frost have a discussion where Frost is like, you seem much more senior, and then he even says that um, will care to team up, and then Frost says, well, yes, gladly. So they actually do team up. So Goku and Vegeta say, so that's the guy Jiren you were talking about. So Goku's like, yep, no mistaking him, and Vegeta like nothing ordinary about him. So they are just so as usual. Goku was to talk Topo from the same thing from anime, and we can literally see a scene where Goku actually calls out Jiren, and Jiren actually not appears behind him and says that, be gone, I do not care about you. So Goku goes back to Vegeta and all when he starts discussing, and uh, then we can see that Belmont says that compared to Jiren, they're nothing but trash. So now, then Daishin Khan appears and says everyone is assembled good. And then he's like, the Lord of everything are about to arrive, and they suddenly arrive like on the thing over there. They do not have a specific thing like on like these guys. This was the place where the Daishingan is actually standing in the whole tournament of power, but it is just the opposite. And it's just the opposite. So Zeno is sitting on it, and there's no circle for him, like the globe where he could sit. So everyone other eyes on the bleachers. They're sitting on the bleachers. Universes are there. Everyone is shocked to actually see Zeno. That is what's actually happening. This whole manga chapter. Uh, Bira says that, listen, Value remember, I'll destroy if you lose. And then he says that, ho ho ho, an empty threat, since losing would mean you all be destroyed anyways. So then Champa is like, yo, Beerus, and like literally just starts mocking him right here. And we can literally see Ganos and all, we can see literally everyone. Um, the Aishinkan explains that central pillar will descend as time passes and the fight is over when it's flush with the flow. No weapons allowed besides your inherent techniques. Killing is forbidden, and then your object is to throw opponents off the arena. Those who will fall will be warped to the stand, so worry not. Now, then, is everyone ready? And there and then the tournament of power is like, guys, let's just take a moment to appreciate this um animation by Toyotaro. Literally love this animation. Great animation, guys. I literally just love this scene. This is the best picture in the manga. I would say I would give this image like a 10 on 10. It's such a nice image. So the only difference in the whole thing is that Gohan's clothes are different from this, except that everyone is the same. Even it appears to be the same. So, so the tournament of power begins. Everyone is just closing. No one is going to teamwork, and 17 just starts knocking out the universe 10 people, guys. And the manga has done quite a good job in eliminating the people who were actually not necessary. So the universe then may be the first universe to be getting erased in this manga chapter. So Murisam is eliminated by 17. 17 eliminates, try to eliminate one more person. I think his name, I forgot his name. He actually challenged Piccolo in the anime. He tries to fling it out, but uh, that guy actually holds it. And, 70's next target is GM. GM is literally just obliterated by 17, and so we can literally see Frieza literally just stomps on the guy's hand and he falls off. And Frieza like, oh, did I just step on something? Flies have a way of finding their flies have a way of finding their way under my feet. And so 18 is gathered by Pram and Homira, and interestingly, Pram is knocked out pretty early in the tournament, and guys, again, he's not the only one who's knocked out at that moment. Because of Param, even Jimmy's is knocked out. So Jimmy's and Param are out of the tournament. Then so it is like, despite these looks, I'm a married woman, and like there's no handwriting history in this. Nothing, guys. It's just explained an overall thing where they are fighting. So Ning and that Robo guy actually fight, and Vegeta actually tosses them both out. So Ning is already eliminated. Well, he was actually also eliminated in the first episode, and so just the opposite of an anime. Universe 7 was the first to be targeted. Goku was the first person to be targeted by every single person. Like every single person of Universe 11. Now, Goku literally just sees Jiren fighting. Now, this is very, very much opposite of the anime where Jiren was just standing there for more than half the tournament until he knocked out Majikayo, making it his first elimination. He actually even used his blast on Keel, but that is good as nothing. So then, the only three who are not like literally going, and there's one great thing that Zoire can fly. which is a different thing rather from anime because story would not fly in anime. And this Topo and Zira are not fighting, like they are not fighting with Goku. So everyone is literally just ganging up on them. So the fights are totally shifted, guys. Everyone is fighting someone else. They're not fighting the original opponents. Even though Goku wants to fight Jiren, he's not fighting. And Jiren, on the other hand, he's not doing anything. He's just starting to run and knock out people. You can see Majikayo here. Then you can see Panchia here. Then you can see other guys over here, like literally the universe for foxes and someone else from here. So then Goku is like, darn it, I'm not even on his radar. Um, so y'all can literally see this beautiful animation by you can literally just see this beautiful animation by Toyotaro, who has done a very great job. So here is the Preacher who is getting it is something um, some job in this um, in the manga at least, so we can literally see some good fighters, and it literally just seems interesting after all. Now guys, one thing I just noticed right now, could you guys please remind me which universe this guy was from, because I actually don't remember. So, I'm gonna read this last thing because it is actually quite important. So, the Zenas are like, wow, so many people, how exciting, a show worth watching. Damn it, they're ignoring my warning from the start and doing whatever they want, says Beatles. And the Beatles replies, it should be fine by mopping up the weaker contenders, but as for what comes next. So, the next scene is of Frost literally just whacking a person with his tail. And Frost is like, so many fighters here with smart mouths on them. I have to put them in their places. And then we can see Frieza like literally just with Frost. And Frieza is like, all the pointless fighting will only drain your stamina, but I have a hot tip for you. And then Frost is like, oh, let's hear it. My universe's weakness. Uh, First, like freeze, and then freeze like the three bar earthling our small fry through and through, and we like do me a favor and knock them out quickly. So the first literally just has a view on Mutan Roshi, that is Master Roshi, Krillin, and Tenshin Han. So then first like really, but wouldn't reducing your numbers condemn your team a loss? Then freeze like a loss. I couldn't care less about winning this. And feels like I only agreed to participate in order to exact my revenge against these pesky Saiyans. And then feels like once the field's thinned out a bit, I'll, I'll look for an opening and destroy them myself. And Frost's like, see, that's your game then. And he's like, I'll gladly play along. So this is where the manga ends, guys. It does seem good. Like the first manga, pretty good. Let's see where the second manga takes us. I think the second manga is gonna be literally cover like the next 20 minutes of the tournament, like pretty fast. Like it has displayed a very good job. I think it has covered like 10 minutes already, I would say. It's covering like things in real time rather than just doing something else. I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, punch that like button. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day and see you soon in another video. Bye, guys.